That morning fresh 5.2-litre twin-turbo V12 fires from 0 to 100 in 3.9, all the way up to the magic 321 km/h mark. And the interior is a triumph. Gorgeous to look at. More room than the DB9. They only built 10 DB10s. Just for Bond. And the satnav actually works. The telephone doesn't sound like a toilet either because all the electric wizardry has come from its tie-up with Mercedes. Which is a good thing. So, why is this ride-only almost brilliant? That engine. It's awesome on a dry road. Feeding 600 bhp and 700 Newton-meters of torque to the rear wheels. And it growls gloriously. Much better than turbo rivals. But in the wet, it's properly lairy. It's too much. All that extra torque from the twin-turbo makes the DB11 far too twitchy on greasy roads. Trust me, you'll see a flock of DB11s nesting in hedge bottoms this winter unless customers have lessons. I'm told Aston will transplant the ever so slightly less bonkers 4-litre twin-turbo V8 from the Mercedes-AMG GT later. But it still won't have the 4WD insurance of an Audi R8, Porsche 911 Turbo S or a Bentley Continental GT. And there's another thing. 2 switches came off in my hand. Yes, it's an early build test car but it still costs $267. Oh, it's not a Dacia. Head honcho Andy Palmer is a stickler for quality and he needs to address that. But back to those looks. Even the Aston Martin badge on the bulging bonnet is a piece of handcrafted jewelry. The 20 inches wheels and shoe-like brogue detailing on the leather are taken straight from the DB10. And there's some seriously clever aero at work here. Most notably the aero blade on the rear deck. It takes air funneled through ducts by the rear windows and jets it out like an invisible spoiler. Very neat. I'm also loving those LED tail lights. The thinnest out there, with the fog and reverse lights sat down low on the rear diffuser. Like a race car, like I said. Almost brilliant. Stand by for a DB11 convertible next year. Verdict: it's time for an upgrade, Mr. Bond. This story first appeared on The Sun. It has been republished with permission. Gunk. It's not a pretty sight. Or a pretty word. And it can build up in your engine. Shell V-Power is a premium 98-octane unleaded fuel designed to defend your car's engine against gunk and corrosion. The Shell Drive feature on the Shell Motorist app uses GPS to track your driving style and advises how you may better maximize mileage. Shell V-Power is designed to defend your car's engine against gunk and corrosion. But how does it actually work? News.com. Our privacy policy includes important information about our collection, use and disclosure of your personal information, including to provide you with targeted content and advertising based on your online activities. It explains that if you do not provide us with information we have requested from you, we may not be able to provide you with the goods and services you require. It also explains how you can access or seek correction of your personal information, how you can complain about a breach of the Australian privacy principles and how we will deal with a complaint of that nature.